The United Nations High Commission for Refugees has just deemed this crisis the worst humanitarian crisis since World War II. I stood on the shores in Athens at their port, and I watched a boat come up, and this boat had 2,000 people, and they had no idea where they were going, and they had lost everything they'd ever had. That boat went away, and about 2 hours later, another boat came with 2,000 people. After that one had gone, another one came with 2,000 people. How is anyone going to ever make a difference with that many people? But later on that day, they were coming in off of the street, and one of our tasks was to serve them tea. One of these ladies had just gotten off the boat. I handed her a cup of tea, and at that moment I thought, this is what Jesus means. When I looked at those 6,000, 2, 4, 6, 8, however many people coming into the port, I thought, how on earth? And Jesus says, give a cup of cold water in my name. Through the entire Bible, you have people that were on the move. And God's injunctive, especially to the Israelites, who themselves, they traveled for 40 years. He said, take care of the sojourner, take care of them, because you yourself were once just like them. Jesus himself, from very start to very finish, he didn't have a place to be born. He didn't have a bed. Then he was on the run to Egypt. He was a refugee fleeing danger. And then, of course, at the end, he said his whole life here on earth, he had nowhere to lay his head. It's obviously the heart of God to be helping those that are in incredible need, that are the sojourners, that are the wanderers, that are people with no place to lay their head. Christians in Berlin especially have been praying for a revival. There are reports in Berlin of hundreds being baptized, hundreds. And these are people who are open to the gospel because of what they have seen and how they have been treated. I think the call to be merciful is not really optional for the church. It's not something that you can say, well, that's for those people that have that gift. This is the call of the church, to be merciful to the world. What part of that cup are you called to? Are you called to actually be the person that makes the tea? Are you the person to pay for the tea? Are you the person that makes the cup even? Are you the person that hands it to somebody? Are you the person that cleans it up? Are you the person that pays for the person to get there, to stay there, to have that job to give the tea? The church can be a really neat part of that, to really be that cup of cold water. And what part of that cup are you called to be?